Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we're going to be talking about the new Star Wars movie that was just announced. If you guys want to see daily Star Wars videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So just a few days ago, it was said that a new Star Wars movie is going to be directed by JD Dilliard and written by Matt Owens. Now, we didn't really know anything about the movie. They just said that they were going to be making a movie. And just this morning, it said that the movie was going to be set on Exegol. Now, this is interesting because we did have a leak about 1 month ago when all the High Republic information came out. It said that this movie, or the High Republic movie, was going to be set on Exegol, or at some point, some Jedi would be going to Exegol. So I imagine this is the same movie as the High Republic movie. I don't think that they would make two separate movies for Exegol. And let's just go ahead and talk about what I would actually want to see out of this movie, and hopefully what we're going to get. So they said in the rumor about a month ago that the High Republic movie was going to have Ancient Sith Gods were going to be the villains. And this intrigued me a lot because obviously we haven't gotten really anything on the Ancient Sith in the actual movies. The only thing we've ever really gotten is Darth Plagueis, and he's obviously not an Ancient Sith. So that's pretty much all we've gotten other than the few things from the Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary. So I'm intrigued to see where they're going to take this. Everyone obviously wants a Knights of the Old Republic movie, right? We want Bane, we want Rev, and we want all these characters that we love. But they're still giving us a High Republic. They're not giving us Old Republic. So maybe they're trying to tease us with different things like they did with Rise of Skywalker, giving us certain names and actually making them canon. I'm not really sure what they're going at with the High Republic movie. It seems like they're trying to put more and more Legends material into canon, which is what we wanted in the first place. Most of us Star Wars fans wanted the Legends content that we got from the EU so long ago, and then we got the sequel trilogy. So I think they've learned their lesson and they know what fans want, and hopefully they're trying to bring that back. So what's the most likely thing they're going to do? They're most likely going to put Darth Andeddu into this movie. And the reason I say that is because they name dropped him in the Visual Dictionary, and there's really no reason to put him in there if they weren't planning on using him. Obviously, we're going to get a Revan movie at some point. Revan's one of the biggest Star Wars characters of all time in Legends, right? So we're definitely going to get his movie sometime down the road. Darth Andeddu is kind of a little more obscure. Not a lot of people know about him. So why would they name drop him? And then this rumor comes out saying we're getting Ancient Sith Lords. So most likely we're going to get him in the new movie. He was, I believe the plateau was named after him on Exegol. So at some point they're going to have to incorporate him into the Star Wars universe. And this is probably the best way to do it. Now, if you want to go as far back as King Adus, he was the king on Korriban around, I think, 25,000 BBY, if I remember correctly. Somewhere around there, you could go as far back as that. Or you could go with the first Sith Lord of Juntapal, which was around 7,000 BBY. So there's plenty of different routes you could take. And again, they could obviously bring in like Darth Vitiate, Valkorion, that era, and then, tie it into Revan and Malak and the Mandalorian Wars. You could do all that, but I don't think they're going to go that route just yet. I think eventually they will. They're going to kind of tease those things in the High Republic and figure it. I'm telling you, man, George Lucas, come back and do Old Republic. That's what we need. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be bringing any Old Republic Sith Lords in just yet. I think they're going to wait on that and tease it a little bit. So what do I want to see with the Exegol movie? Well, if we get Darth Andeddu, man, I want to see Sith magic, Sith rituals, and Sith alchemy. So those are the three things that really intrigue me most about the Sith. Their powers, their abilities, everything that separates them from the Jedi. And we pretty much have gotten nothing on that in canon. And the Rise of Skywalker did a very good job at making that transition, or hopefully going to make that transition, by giving us Force Drain, Essence Transfer, or Life Transfer, and Sith Magic, how Palpatine stayed alive, and all this good stuff. And obviously we'll get more in-depth information once the new comic comes out and the new novelization comes out. We'll get more information on the Rise of Skywalker and how all that happened. But I'm hoping they're trying to tie in more Force abilities into Star Wars, because we really haven't gotten much in the movies themselves. I mean, take a look at the prequels. What did we get? We got Tuta Menace. We got Force Lightning. I mean, there's just not much there other than the normal abilities that we see. I mean, we get Force Scream as well. There's a few here and there, but I mean, compared to obviously the Legends content that we have with all of these cool Force powers, we haven't seen much. I mean, bring a Starkiller back. God, man, that would be so cool. But there's just so much that they could do with this, and I feel like bringing more of these abilities, more of these obscure things that we haven't seen, will really draw in fans, because I feel like Star Wars has become stale a little bit, kind of doing the same thing. And with bringing the dyad of the Force in, that was really cool. I liked Rey and Kylo's dyad bond, but they need to expand on those things, and that's what I think they did with the Rise of Skywalker. So more Sith rituals, magic, and alchemy would be absolutely insane. I would love to see that. And give us more like holocrons and texts and stuff. We see these in the Clone Wars, that they get holocrons. We kind of see the archives. I want more of that. I'm someone who loves like knowledge, learning about, I don't know how that sounded weird, like learning about the Force in general. So like the end of the Clone Wars with Yoda going to finding the wills, like that was freaking awesome. Like I was so happy when I saw that. I want more of that stuff. Just give us more of the Force, give us more knowledge, the study of it, everything like that. And we probably won't get that in movies, but that could be incorporated into books after it's explained, or at least introduced in the movies just a little bit. When we saw the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise and Revenge of the Sith, we got a little bit of that, right? We need to expand on that more. We need Star Wars to be more expansive, and obviously it is the most expansive thing of all time, but that's Legends. We need canon to be more expansive. God, man, I wish the EU is still a thing, but we can still enjoy it. That's the best thing. And the last thing I want to talk about here is I made a video on this a while ago, and that is that Exegol is actually a Starforge. Now, this was one of my favorite theories from Rise of Skywalker. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'll put it at the end and in the description below. But basically, my theory was Exegol was a Starforge, and that's how Palpatine was able to create his Sith army so quickly. I mean, he had 30 years, I believe, to create such a massive fleet. Like, how are you going to do that in the unknown regions with no resources like Starforge? That's pretty much the only explanation. Unless they're just going to use, oh yeah, he was able to do it because, you know, he's Palpatine. Well, that doesn't make sense. So I'm pretty sure there's a Starforge there, or at least I would like to think there is. So maybe they could expand on that. We know Darth Bane went to the wreckage of the original Starforge from the Rocketon Empire. He went there and, you know, studied it a little bit. So maybe he took that information, gave it to the Sith cultists or something like that. I don't know. I just want to see more things incorporated from Legends into this movie, and I think that's what's going to happen. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm very interested. I feel like I don't want to be taking this in one direction and then them going a completely another direction, which I think is going to happen. I don't think we're going to see pretty much any of this in the movie. I feel like it's going to be pretty straightforward. The Jedi go to Exegol, they fight someone, and that's it. I don't think we're going to get these extra tidbits. I hope we do. I don't know JD Dilliard and Matt Owens' styles. I've never heard of them before, but to be fair, I don't really know any directors or writers, so I'm not a very good person to talk about when it comes to those type of things, but I would like to see that. I would like to see those things incorporated. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your comments down below. I thought this was very interesting that they finally said, you know, this is who's going to be directing this. It's coming out in 2022, so this is going to be the first movie we're seeing, and of course, this is not connected to Rian Johnson or Kevin Feige's movie, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, this video should get out pretty early in the day. I have things to do at night, so this should get up midday. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, if you go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you want to see more, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. Thank you for all the support. I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.